Welcome to Reiki. I'm glad you're here. Let's spend some time together. Today's Reiki is for growth. You know those times when you plant seeds, you plant ideas, you put things out into the universe that you'd like to see bloom and grow and flourish and bless. Well, today's Reiki is to give an energetic boost to anything that you would like to see grow. So, what are you working on? A personal health goal? A goal in your work? Something you would like to see grow in your family? Maybe it's literally your garden. So I'm going to give you a moment here to think about seeds you are ready to plant, or perhaps there are seeds and dreams that you planted a long time ago, and you've just seen the little seed hanging out there in the cold, dark ground, and you are ready for nourishing and sunlight and rain to see things grow. So take a minute to think about what you want and what you need, and what would serve the higher good of the planet and the whole world. And hold it in your hand. Perhaps you can imagine it right there in the palm of your hand. If it has a shape or a texture, notice that. If it has a scent or a taste, notice that. Notice the possibilities that you see. Within this seed. And allow the metaphorical sunlight of Reiki energy to shine and nurture allow kindness and gentleness to land on your intention. Imagine it being sprinkled with a gentle rain. Perhaps washing away dust and debris from old things that have settled on it. Imagine it being washed clean. If it's an old seed, but that's still alive in you, wake it up. And energize it. Surround it with your love. And then perhaps stop intending anything. And allow the conscious mind to be set aside. And notice what happens. Do you see growth? Do you feel expansion? Do you acknowledge a peace and contentment that the growth is coming in divine timing? And that it might look quite different than you had originally intended when you actually see it in your life. Now, hopefully most of you are in a beautiful meditation by now, seeing your hopes and desires growing. But some of you might have seen a little withering away and kind of a disappearing of the seed. If that's you, I encourage you to be in a state of thankfulness. Knowing that just having that desire and wanting that and placing that out there, even working toward it, is not wasted, because it has added richness to your life and has helped you grow into the person that you are today. So if you're letting go of something, just let it go, and perhaps open your palms and your mind and your heart to a new possibility. Now, for those of you whom are indeed seeing Reiki light coming in to support and nourish and nurture and grow, just hold that vision of growth in your mind. Now allow for the possibility that growth is going to come in unexpected ways, in unexpected time, and that it's not going to look exactly like you are visioning it. But in the long run, it's going to be even better. And acknowledge that with growth comes change. And acknowledge that change, no matter how good it is also painful, right? Like growing pains. Do you remember growing pains as a kid? And how your legs would ache because you were growing so fast, and the rest of your body was adjusting to the growth. So perhaps look back at some things that have grown and turned into beauty, and notice and remember that growth is not always comfortable, but it's always worth it. Growth is not always comfortable, but it's always worth it. One more time. Growth is not always comfortable, but it's always worth it. And just take some deep breaths and let that settle. And let the nourishing light of Reiki love shine on you. Let the nourishing light of Reiki love shine on you. And now we're bringing in courage and ease. So that once you take that action towards growth, you will have the courage that you need. And then the ease can come in, right? You know, runners talk about how hard it is at certain times in the race, and then other times they get that runner's high and they feel like they can run like the wind forever. So we are asking for that beautiful support so that while you're running your race, you can have moments of ease. Letting go of past traumas and disappointments, and allowing new, supportive, beautiful energies to come in. And we're asking that as you are experiencing the growth, that you can remember to be present in that time. And acknowledge that what you've been working for, what you've been working toward, is happening. And again, if you don't feel like that's happening right now, that doesn't mean the Reiki's not working. It simply means that it either something needs to shift, or that it's just in its own timeline. Now, I just released a big sneeze, actually 2 big sneezes. And for me, that's not for everybody, but for me, when that happens, that means I am really releasing something. So whether I was releasing that for you or for me, it doesn't matter. But we're just going to be grateful that it was let go. Okay, now I encourage you to take some good, deep, cleansing breaths, inviting in the mindset of growth, the mindset of ease, and the mindset that you have everything you need to nurture, expand, and grow. You have everything you need to nurture, expand, and grow, and that when you do grow, if there are some pains along the way, Reiki has your back. And as long as you stay tapped in, tuned in, willing, and open, every little thing is going to be all right. So we're just going to take a few more moments here. Of Reiki supported vision for your growth, expansion, supported action. deep gratitude for the gift of Ray, universal, key, life force energy that is pulsing through you, that is pumping through every cell of your body today, tomorrow, and always. That is always there to catch you when you fall. And that truly, truly wants you to flourish and succeed. Now I'd like you to imagine a little pinpoint of light above your heads and allow that light to come in through the skull, around the outside of the head, through the inside of the head, behind the eyes and temples and ears and nose and teeth and tongue and throat and shoulders and arms and hands and fingers and heart space and lungs and breasts and back and belly, diaphragm, ribs and hips, into the tailbone and down the legs and around the outside of the legs, all the way to the ankles and the feet, and extending to the core of the center of the earth. And at the same time that you feel this pinpoint of light surrounding your whole aura and loving every part of your body, bring up a grounding, nourishing energy through the feet and the legs and the tailbone and the hips, the reproductive organs, the digestive system, the circulatory system, and up through the throat and the brain and the top of the head. And notice that each of your chakras are deeply aligned, healed, grounded, nourished, centered, and at peace. I hope in the hours, days, weeks, and months to come that you will remember to consciously notice the growth and expansion that is happening in your life. And I hope that you will surround it with deep gratitude and generosity. Namaste. My name is Jennifer Hall. It is my honor to work with you here on YouTube and through my healing studio in Kansas City, Missouri. If I can help you, don't hesitate to reach out. Jennifer at reflectyourlight.com. I'm really excited because I'm going to some advanced Reiki training later this summer, which is going to equip me to feel very confident in teaching Reiki, which I'm going to start doing this fall. So that's a little seed I want to plant with you. A little seed of thought. Is Reiki something you have considered learning how to do yourself? And would I be the guide best suited for you? If so, stay tuned. More information will be coming this fall. Until next time, the light in me recognizes and bows to the light in you. Namaste.